Define your culture in 5 words.
Okay. Oh, maybe in China, it's like kind of traditional culture, like we're following every single rule. We already have it, and we also like we need to study a lot, take a lot of exams, and we have a lot of history and the huge population. I think the population is most important things. So like make us like struggle in the society because we face a lot of challenge to get a job, to have a good future, something like that. Because sometimes if you always have the huge population, you will feel so stressful. For my mom is kind of open mind. My mom like crazy than me. But the parents, for others, maybe they follow the traditional culture. They think that you for like my grandpa, when I was have the earrings, and then her like so angry why you have it. You don't know, they like not good for the like student.
How you represent your culture by your body? So
Right, and the yellow. But we don't like it. But actually, for the symbol of the country, you need to write like red.
at schools, did you have uniforms?
Yeah. We have a uniform. For only have my uniform at my high school and my middle school, not in the primary school.
And was it yellow and white?
Oh no, but you can choose the color. Like they are not the uniform like the European country or like another city, but it's very. It's not pretty. But we don't have the same one. We're different. Like any school have a different uniform. But when I was studying Bangkok, like they also have the uniform for even though in the university you always need to like wearing the uniform for every day. You need to have the exam or presentation. You need to wear in the full uniform, like the belt also, and also for guys they also have a tie. Just I don't like it. I want to wearing my clothes, like have some fresh style. They just don't let you like have a makeup, and also you cannot dye your hair, and you cannot like to like have this also, and you can just not do everything. So they just say it's not good for, I don't know, they don't explain, but we need to follow this rule because we know when we're getting to the school. Because before the history, they have some kind of culture. You need to like make you like feel small, and then it's like kind of beauty, and they smash you bone when you was young. They make you bone like smashing. Even though in my city, I also can say that like the very older grandma, and I think like her feet is very small, just like baby feet, like just have that large, and they think like just the small feet make just the pretty thing, just pretty, and then they think like girls don't need to like walking so fast or something, and you need to walking so slow. Even for the girls, they didn't show any part of their body outside to others, like especially to the men. And then you always need to like wearing shoes, and then you cannot take off the shoes when you like facing a lot of people, and also especially for men.
And nowadays it's totally changed.
Yeah, totally changed.
My name is Anas Moge and I'm from India. I'm 28 years old.
Please define your culture in 5 words.
That's a good question. I've never done that. Varied, complex, traditional, conflicted, and open.
ask you about school norms in your country, in primary and high school.
Well, we had uniforms in school. Boys had shorts and girls had skirts. Everything else, the colors were the same. All schools had different uniforms if they're not from the same family. We had the set uniform. There were some things you can do, like a haircut, but you cannot have long hair obviously in school. Like a cool haircut or like a watch, or maybe like a nicer belt. Not the belt was also common, but you could get like an expensive belt. Or shoes you could get away with sometimes, like a better black shoe. Girls is the same. They can experiment with the lengths of the skirt was the same. Some principals would tell you how much the hair should be, you know, that kind of thing, like defining your hairstyle. Earrings, yeah, culturally, yeah. No makeup. I didn't see makeup when I was a kid. From the first grade to the 10th grade. After that, 11th and 12th grade, they started becoming more fashionable.
Do you have different types of extreme body representation in India, like emos, goths?
Not as much. Not as much, actually, no. We don't. Not as much as Europe.
Do Indian people make efforts to be really different from others amongst them?
No, they don't. Because the way the society, collectivist society, so it's the community first, individual later. So that's why you always get people who are not so different in terms of expressing themselves. And especially for people, actually in India, it's not like we all look different because there's so much color, because of the culture. There's a big complex cultural structure, so we all look very different. If you see a photograph, lots of color. You will not see the same thing on everybody. It's like a lot of color, a lot of individuality, but at the same time you're following a traditional norm or like a social norm.
Would you please talk a bit about the red dot?
Yeah, the bindi. It's supposed to be worn by Hindu married women. It's not a painting. I mean, traditionally it was a small dot, but just to clarify, single women or girls wear it now too. Not a big deal. It's a fashion statement. Like it, you wear it. But it used to be a small dot with a paint. It wasn't permanent. It was never permanent. But now it's like a small edge, like sticker, a really organic gum and glue and whatnot, and it's normal. It looks cool. You get like small packets, like a small packets. You can get different versions or like different colors. My mom loves to buy.
What do you mean by skimpy?
Skimpy. Yeah, oh yeah. Skimpy is when somebody's wearing revealing clothing. Honestly, I am very conflicted. There shouldn't be limits, but at the same time, there should be limits for men and women. See, the thing is, I don't have a problem with the clothes. It's about the understanding. Like, I would hope that if I ever have a girlfriend who comes to meet my family, doesn't wear a bikini to meet them for the first time, because it's just disrespectful to the tradition or the culture. I think I don't mind her wearing a bikini anytime she wants, but as long as she knows when to wear it, you know, that kind of thing.
Plastic surgery, is it acceptable in India?
I don't, as long as it's not something that needs to be done medically to help you live a better life, something that, you know, improves your life. Honestly, personally, I think it's before the surgery happens, you should get a psychological treatment. So I think surgery should be the last sort of treatment to make you feel better. The last.
We've read about some Indian traditions about making some changes on the girls.
Genital mutilation. I think it comes from places where it's not, I think they're not educated or something. I think it's not a common practice. I've never met somebody who's been through that, but then again, I don't think anybody's told me that their vagina is being mutilated. It's still there, because there's parts of India that are not, and it's illegal. Not just...
It's illegal?
Yeah, you can't. Okay. And you can't even check the gender of your baby, that's also. The girls, sometimes people don't want girls. Oh. That means they abort the baby. It's illegal. It's where it's a matter of earning money. A boy just earns more money than a girl. So it's better to have boys than girls if you're not educated, if you don't have, you know, a life.